Hi, this is Phil from Cards of Fate, and this is an update video for our first Kickstarter project, Forest of Fate. So I've been fairly quiet on the updates for the last few weeks. That doesn't mean that nothing's been happening. I've been very busy behind the scenes, scrabbling to bring everything together. So that includes planning the trip for our Champions of the Forest, which is very exciting. We've got some people coming all the way from the US, all the way to the south coast of the UK to visit the real-life Forest of Fate as I pitched it. So really looking forward to that one. And I've also been working on the website in the background. So we've had a complete redesign and also the launch of the pre-order system. So for anyone who missed the campaign, there's now an opportunity to head to the website and pre-order the game, and that will convert into an online shop after the games have been delivered. There is also a teaser on the site for the next Cards of Fate game, which is also a storytelling game. I'm not going to give anything away here. If you follow our Twitter account, there'll be some more details coming in the next few months. Very early stages, but very exciting to get started on a second design. And that site is fate.cards, so just head to fate.cards, you can find the teaser for our next game and also the pre-order system. So just a piece of housekeeping before we get started on the update properly. That is that the shipping deadline, the deadline for setting your addresses, is looming. So I'll have this, I'll have a second update for anyone who's not actually submitted an address yet, but if you have submitted your address, please go on to Kickstarter, double check that that's the right address. After the end of this month, the end of January, you will no longer be able to change your address. So on the 1st of February, it will all be locked down. So please make sure that your address is right within the next 3 weeks. I think that should give everyone enough time. If you give us the right address, we'll do everything we can to make sure that game gets to you. If you've given us the wrong address, then that's on you, so please take the time now to make sure that's all correct. Right, that all aside, we can move on to the main topic of this update, which is, rather excitingly, the storybook. And these arrived today, and I've just unboxed this one. There's 6 boxes of these come to me, and then a whole load more boxes gone to the fulfillment guys at Games Quest, and it's beautiful. It's such a nice book. It's like, as I imagined it, it's here physically in front of me. So it's got the gold foil finish on it. If you can catch that in the light, that's a lovely gold colour. It's also got it on the spine. So we've got Forest of Fate, a storytelling survival adventure on there. If we open it up, we've got lovely green coloured lining. I went for the green in the end just as a nice contrast to the cover there. Forest of Fate, and then in the front of here we have the origins of the forest, which was one of the short story that you unlocked through one of the stretch goals. So that's in here, and it will also be published on the website for anyone who didn't get the Deluxe Story Book. So you can find it on there. But that's very cool. We move past that, we then have a section dedicated to the artwork of the game. So we have a character art section, and this uses full bleed, kind of full colour, slightly glossy versions of the art from the character cards without any of the gubbins or overlay on them. Really, really cool to see them in this size. And this paper is you know, like graphic novel or that kind of thickness, that kind of quality as you turn it. So it's just the character art in here, lovely section, and then once you move past that, you're onto the actual storybook itself. So in here, the main bulk, you've got all of the references, all of those paragraph numbers that you're going to need to actually play the game. And you know, this is the kind of volume that you've got. So for anyone with concerns about replayability, it will be a while until you've read all of these. Yeah, and that's the whole rest of the book. We go up to just over 1,000, I think, 1,200 or something. Anyone who contributed sort of proofreading or copy editing, that will all be in here. I can also show you a bit of a size comparison. So obviously the book isn't designed to go inside the box, as we've said in previous updates, but here's a final version of the game compared to the book. And that's the thickness there. So, you know, what I'll be doing is, if I'm out and about, I'll be using the digital version with the game. Just pop this in my pocket and head to the pub or something. And this will stay on my bookshelf at home. So when I'm playing at home, I'll be using the storybook. And when I'm out and about, I'll be using the digital version. And of course, the PDF is on the website. That was updated in the last week or so as well. So if you've previously made a print and play copy, that print and play will not be compatible with the final version of the game, because we've got various things like the statuses that came in, and also there was some balancing and some tweaks that were made that mean that the paragraph numbers have changed since that original print and play. So if you've done one before, head to the website and download a new copy of that storybook, and that will be compatible with the final version of the game that you'll be receiving. There's also the free print and play cards have also been updated, but you've already bought the game, so why would you be interested in those? So that's it, that's the storybook. So we've got these are obviously in the UK already, so I have copies to sign for the first 100 backers, and the rest are already with Games Quest. And the games themselves, this is my mass production copy, so this is the same as the version that you'll be receiving. I covered this on the previous video, so if you want to see more about what's in this box, you can head back through the updates and find that previous video. So these have left the factory now. There is a schedule that I'll put below this video in the Kickstarter update as well. It's the same as the previous one. We're on track. It's all a bit boring, but it's nice that this part is boring. It's left the factory on time. We have an ETA of the 7th of February for these to land in the UK. So that gives you an idea of when you might expect them. So, you know, up to a week of processing. If you're in the UK, I'd be expecting to get it in February. And, you know, most of Europe by the end of February, probably further afield, early March. And if it's any later than March, I'd, you know, start to get in contact and find out what's happened. But that's the kind of time frame we're talking about now. Really great to see that pulled forward from what we thought it was going to be. And yeah, just brilliant to see that the wheels haven't fallen off. Everything is still going kind of almost exactly as planned, and the storybooks are amazing. So if you didn't back at the hero tier and you don't have one of these storybooks, there will be, or there are likely to be, a small quantity available via the website after all the fulfillment is completed. So initially copies will be kept in reserve just in case there's any fulfillment issues. If things are lost or damaged or anything like that, they will be going to the hero backers. At that stage, once everything is received, any remaining stock will be selling off via the website. So there's a small opportunity to maybe get your hands on one at that stage, and there'll be further announcements and things. If you sign up to the newsletter on the website, then that's probably the first place that will be announced. And as I said earlier, our Twitter account will keep you up to date on things like that. So yeah, that's our update for today. I hope that's exciting for you. If you want to see more of the storybook, close-up pictures, or you have questions, please just let me know. Just drop them in the comments, and or you know, social media or anything like that. And yeah, really great to be coming towards the end of this now, and looking forward to the next project already. So keep an eye out for what that is. All right, thanks very much for watching, and catch up soon.